I have to give this movie a 2 out of 10.
Welcome back to Let Us Review Cinema. Hope y'all are having an amazing day. Before we get started with this review for Interstellar, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you'd like us to review. If there's any movie you want us to react to, we'll do that for y'all. If there's any
Mhm.
movie you want us to review, we'll do that as well. Maybe we'll double dip. Maybe we'll do a little bit of both. We'll see. But going into Interstellar, me and Whitaker, we don't know our reviews yet, but I'm pretty sure we love this movie. And John, this might have been your first time seeing. You were telling me before that a little bit of it was familiar to you, but I
Mhm.
say we start with you, Mr. John. What do you rate
Yeah.
Interstellar?
Alright,
Don't break my
y'all.
heart,
Yup.
Nolan. Don't break my heart. This is my first love for cinema.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
I'm really not gonna lie about this.
If
I
we'd have a problem.
I'm so sorry,
I hope this
but
isn't bait and switch. He's gonna.
I have to give this movie a 2 out of 10. I'm
What?
sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, this
Oh,
is a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of
oh
10
my
movie.
god, this
It's
stressed me
a-
out.
I had that
Uh,
idea right before. I was just like, I'm gonna prank them right
you
now.
can't do
Dude,
that with Interstellar, dude.
you just blue balled us, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Dude, that was not fun. Not
No,
good.
it's a 10 out of 10 movie. 10 out of 10.
Dude,
Yeah, I loved it. It was so good.
I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you loved it. Mr. Whitaker, what do you
I
rate Interstellar?
100% 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10
10 out
any
of
given
10.
day.
Go.
Yes,
Go.
sir.
I think this might be the easiest review we've ever done. I'm also going to give this a 10 out of 10. This is literally
Yo!
one of the few perfect
A
movies out
clean
there.
sweep.
Clean
It was
sweep.
so good.
I say, I feel like there's not any room for negatives if we gave it a 10 out
I
of
don't
10.
think so.
So I say,
I
One,
don't.
one negative.
all right. I say
No,
we just move into positives real quick, get those out of the way. Then we'll hear what this noob has to say down
This,
there about
this
this
guy
movie.
down there.
But Mr. Jonathan, what do you love about this movie?
Honestly, I could go on for like 20 minutes on one about why I like this movie. It was so good, dude. Just like the plot, the setting, dude. Um, like where it took place and everything, like how the scenes were captured, dude. Well, it's like so hard to talk about this like movie positively without talking about like the specific scenes. And so this one definitely had scenes where like it's kind of suspenseful on like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next or whatever. But yeah, I very much adventurous, very much kept you wanting to watch it. Overall, such a great movie. I'll get more into like more specifics whenever we do the favorite scenes.
Sweet, sweet, Mr. Whitaker. What do you?
I 100%. I just love Nolan Ryan's or Christopher Nolan's. God, who's Nolan
Oh, he's a
Ryan? Jeez.
baseball player.
I love his use of practical effects and not having to rely so much on CGI, as it's more just a gentle nod to the people who brought cinema to us and are inspired to create movies. And just the overall plot and the way he uses all these different points in the movie to orchestrate this beautiful curve of highs and lows to keep you interested and engaged the entire movie. Like you're not having to wonder what's coming next. You're just going to want to see
Mhm.
what's going on, not wanting to anticipate anything going on, but you're just like in the moment in shock and awe and wonder all at the same time. Absolute love. Just the whole plotting of the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
I agree.
I feel like for me, kind of going off of our review of Reptile, if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. We'll list it
Go
right
check
under
it out,
there.
baby.
I said in there that every actor and actress, even how big a role they had or how small of a role they had, they all brought their A game, and I feel like that is the same for this movie. Even Timothy Chalamet, who's in there for like 2 minutes of screen time, like that's how he got his big break, I guess. I don't know, but he's in there for like 2 minutes, and he gives even a great performance. all the versions of the daughter, whatever you want to say,
Oh
Matthew
yeah,
Gotta love
McConaughey.
her.
Matthew McConaughey is
Matthew
just
McConaughey,
huge standout, dude.
incredible.
Huge standout,
Right,
and
all right.
all right, all right, all right.
All
All
right, all
right.
right, all right.
And I feel like just you'll see all these space movies a lot, basic tropes, just going to space. Maybe there's some difficulty with that. But this one, finding out that you're actually taking place in the future and that Earth is no longer becoming habitable anymore. You have to go out and find a new planet. And then your biggest struggles are on the planets that you go to, whether it's Matt Damon or an asteroid, all the problems come from everywhere. But yeah, that's my positives. Does anybody have any negatives? I think Mr. Whitaker says he has one. I say
Mr.
we
Whitaker was a negative. That's
say we
insane.
listen to this.
Okay, so I'll give a little backstory to this because it will make a lot more sense. Before I watched Interstellar, I watched Matt Damon's The Martian, and that was a movie I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's actually the first movie I ever found out what the F word was, and I was like, Mom, what does this word mean? She's like, don't ever say that. And so after watching The Martian, I felt like his role in Interstellar, which is kind of bullied at that point, because it's almost so similar. The suit design, the suit color, the mindset is just a little bit different. Like if he was stuck on that planet for a longer time, that was the part I was like, okay, this could take a lot more. But overall, that role I felt like which is kind of a little bit wasted on Matt Damon's part. I mean, I love the part where he cried, like that when he woke up from the cryopod and just started absolutely crying his eyes out. But it also made me think about like, okay, if you're alone on a planet and you don't know when you're ever going to wake up again, basically just dying. You don't know whenever you're going to wake up and you're the only one left. Like, how would you feel? And what would you do for survival? And I think that was kind of just exemplified perfectly, but I don't think it was much of a necessary role. But, overall, it was still a great movie and absolutely loved it.
Nice. Mr.
Nice,
Jonathan.
very good.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice, great
Success.
success, great success.
If you haven't checked out our Borat review,
Go check out the
it
Borat
right up
review.
there.
Shoot.
But Mr. Jonathan, off the top of your head, can you think of your favorite scene or scenes from the movie?
Yeah, I got technically three, but one of them's like kind of throughout the whole entire movie. I really like just the videos that the kids make over the years and how they grow up and everything, but they start to kind of connect the dots and like question whether or not like did he like leave and didn't tell us and everything like that. So like just the emotional impact was one of my favorite parts. And then um, see, I said three favorite parts. Oh yeah, the scene where they go to that first other universe and they find out that it's not mountains in the distance, it's the wave.
Miller's
And that
Planet.
I was just like, that was so cool. I mean, the ending of the scene wasn't as cool because, well,
To add on to that scene and the beauty of that scene, I know probably all of y'all who study film and cinema have probably seen the reel go around where it's like, oh, if you actually look at the song for Miller's Planet, there's a tick that goes on every 7 seconds, representing a day going by. And I just think even Hans Zimmer, like, what a beautiful, like, orchestrated genius to think about that. Like, oh yeah, let's actually show the amount of time going by on Earth rather than just, going back up to the space station, you seeing the old guy there, and you're like, oh my god, what happened? But you actually go back and rewatch the time, you're like, oh my god, 7 years just passed. For them, it was like 20 minutes, but 7 years, that's crazy. Like, it's absolutely beautiful.
yeah, for sure. And then my other favorite scene was towards the end whenever he goes down and like I don't know. Whenever like I guess he starts to communicate with Murph, like through the bookshelf, right? And it kind of reminded me of Stranger Things, where it was like that underground type of feel, where it was just like um they're using like different techniques. In that case, Morse code, but obviously in Stranger Things, it's lighting. But that really reminded me of Stranger Things, and just kind of weird how they film that stuff. Like it's just like you kind of wonder how all that kind of works out. But it was just kind of cool that he was like able to see Murph again and like able to kind of make that connection and start to kind of build that reconnection. I really liked it.
Facts, facts. Christopher Nolan's all about practical, so he actually threw Matthew McConaughey into the Tesseract and interacted with his past self. So that's really nice to
Yeah,
see from a film director. Yeah.
yeah, we have time travel thanks to Christopher Nolan.
Thank you, Christopher
Not because
Nolan.
of Elon Musk, but just
Oh,
Christopher Nolan.
yes, yes. Thank you, Christopher
Now,
Nolan.
I will say there's also one thing that I just recently kind of just stumbled upon, trying to watch this movie and just trying to find like hidden bits of it. There's a theory on Reddit going around that the entire movie is just Matthew McConaughey's character in purgatory, and that's the way that he in the Tesseract. That's the way he can like redeem himself. In the very end, and that entire like space tube is heaven. Like I was thought about that. I was like, oh my gosh, that just made me think of like rethink everything. Like,
Mm,
what if space is our purgatory? Like that's the way we just transfer different dimensions or barriers into what we know as heaven. Like that absolutely blew my mind.
yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
so crazy to think this movie is almost what 11 years old now, and people are like still coming up with theories and like just about that movie. It's insane, dude. Like the amount of impact this had. But favorite scenes for me, I know that John touched on it, and it's whenever they get back from Miller's planet, they're back on the spaceship, and Matthew McConaughey's just cycling through all the videos that his kids left for him, and then like in there you find out like his dad died. Like he finds out his dad died
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
probably like a couple hours after he had just seen him. And then you see Timothy Chalamet all grown up. I don't remember his son's name, but he's all grown up and has a kid, wanted to name his kid after, his dad. And then you see Murph again, and she's just like, rather than like missing him and stuff, she's angry at him because, like, if you remember, he had said that when he gets back, they'll be like the same age. And
Yep, I remember
on
that.
that day, yeah, she was like today we're the same age now, and you're still not here. And she just, I wouldn't say flips out at him, but you can tell she gets really mad at him. And just seeing Matthew McConaughey just break out into tears, dude. There's very few movies that make me cry, and this
Oh,
is
I
one of
teared
them.
up.
That specific scene, and then at the very end when he says, "Don't let me leave, Murph." Oh my gosh, dude! All the books are flying out
Oh,
too.
so bad.
It's so sad, dude. But
Goosebumps.
I know, dude. Just thinking about it, and I'm gonna be going back now after rewatching it to listen to the soundtrack once again. And
Mhm.
but yeah, what do y'all think?
Was Was anyone else's favorite character Tars? Just by
The
any
robot,
reason?
the robot.
Tars.
Yeah.
I love Tars. I love the fact that they integrated like AI in like a friendly type of way where you can kind of like customize it. There's a guy I follow on Instagram who like has Chat GPT, like a version of Tars that could actually move and respond
Yeah.
back in the same voice. And I'm like, I need how much? Like, where's my credit card at? I like give me it. I need it.
Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all had an amazing time watching this. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you'll like to see in the future. These next two videos we're going to be putting out, we're going to be watching Inception and Tenet back to back and reviewing them. I'm pretty sure they're John's first time seeing them. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
John's first time seeing them.
yeah.
So we're just keeping this Christopher Nolan train going. We're gonna just pour into John right now with Christopher Nolan.
Hey,
But we hope
it's
y'all had a
culture, man.
great day. Yes, we'll culture you. We hope you had an amazing day. Hope you had a great time watching this. Stay tuned. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace
Peace.
out.